Hello guys, welcome once again. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how you can be able to create a login or registration page or a login sign up page. So as you can see over here, we have this login sign up page that I'm going to show you how to create it. So when somebody click over here, the person is able to see this page over here, and then you can be able to sign into the website. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can be able to create this particular page over here. So as you can see, this is the login and this is the sign up. Okay, so it's going to have something like this. Okay, so the login on one side and then the sign up on one side. Now what we use in creating this one is Elementor. Okay, so Elementor, and then we also use another plugin to help us get these fields also over here. So I'm going to show you how to use Elementor to be able to create this one, and then also use the form builder over here to build a form like this one. So I'm going to show you how you can be able to get this thing done. I took inspiration from this particular website over here, which is called teamwagon.com. okay, so they wrote a post about some login, logout, or registration page that you can be able to have, and then I saw this one over here which is really nice. Now I couldn't do exactly the same thing, but then I was able to do something similar. Okay, so that is what basically it. So as you can see over here, this is how it looks like. Okay, now I use Elementor. I was thinking of how to use Elementor to be able to create this one, and I was able to achieve it. So if somebody wants to create an account, the person will be able to register and then create an account. If somebody wants to sign in, the person will be able to go ahead and then just sign into the website over here. So I'm going to show you how you can be able to log in or sign into it, and then it's going to take you to a different page altogether. And as you can see over here, there is no sign in or sign up button over here again, because we are logged into the website. Okay, so basically that is how you can be able to create a sign up page for your website. Now if you want me to show you how to be able to do this sign up page, then please follow this video along, and then you can be able to have this one on your website. Now if you are new over here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this channel also, so that we grow together. Okay, so please hit the subscription button. I know a lot of people watch my videos without subscribing. Now if you do so, you're not doing the right thing. Okay, please subscribe to the channel. Let us grow. Okay, we want to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I know you guys will be able to help me do that. So please subscribe to the channel. Okay, so without wasting my time, let's get into the video. All right guys, so this is the website that we want to use, and then we want to have a login sign up on it. So we want to this particular button to go to a login and then sign up with page. Okay, so first of all, what we have to do is we need to make sure that you have Elementor installed, and then you also need to have one particular plugin that we're going to use to create the form. So let's go to the dashboard over here, and then we're going to go to plugins over here, click on installed plugins. Now I'm using Elementor hosting and then Elementor Pro also installed. So if you see certain changes in my dashboard and other stuff, note that I'm using Elementor Pro and then Elementor hosting. Okay, so if you want Elementor hosting and Elementor Pro, I'll leave the link in the description. But then of course what we are going to do can be done in the Elementor free version, so no need to worry at all. Of course if you tend to think you want Elementor Pro or Elementor hosting, make sure that you use the link in the description to be able to buy Elementor for yourself, so that if you use the link, it's an affiliate link, of course it's helping me. Okay, so make sure that you have Elementor installed. Okay, this is what Elementor, it's a page builder, drag and drop page builder that you can be able to use to build your own page. And then we're going to install one other plugin. So we're going to go over here and click on add new plugins, and then we're going to search for Forminator. So we're going to use Forminator form builder to be able to build the login sign up form that we want. Okay, so this is Forminator. We're going to click on install now. As you can see, Forminator is very popular. It has been installed by so many websites. Okay, so make sure that you have Forminator to build most of your forms. It is very popular. They have so many things for free in Forminator, where other form builders will tell you that you have to pay. Forminator will not, charge you anything. So that is what Forminator. So click on activate over here. Now, of course, I'm not worried about this one because I don't know, sometimes it gives me this error. But if I go back, let me just go back to my dashboard and go back to plugins, I can be able to install it over there. So I'm going to click on installed plugins, and then let me see if I still have. Okay, so this is what Forminator over here. Okay, so I'm going to just click on activate to activate it, and as you can see, it has been activated. I don't know why I get that kind of glitch. Okay, anytime I'm installing different plugin, which is not really recommended by Elementor. So this is what so this is Forminator over here, and Forminator is one of the best form builders that you can use. Okay, so you get so many things for free, and that is why I like Forminator a lot. Now that we have Forminator installed, we have Elementor installed. Now in Elementor over here, we're going to go to settings. Okay, so make sure that you go to Elementor settings over here, and then we're going to activate certain things. So features over here, make sure that you have if you want grid container, but make sure that you have grid container active to be active. So sometimes it will be default over here. Make sure that you change it to active over here, and then scroll down, and then what we really need most is nested element. Okay, so make sure that nested element is also what active. Okay, you will see that it will be on default over here, and then here will be gray. Okay, just like this one over here. Make sure that you change it to active. Okay, now that you have all those things activated, flexbox is also activated, so make sure that you have flexbox container also what activated. Okay, so flexbox, this one is also what activated. It is green and it is what activated. So make sure that you have save the changes, and then you are good to go. So after activating grid container, nested element, and then flexbox container, you are good to go. We can be able to do whatever we are doing over here. So first of all, we need to create the forms. Okay, so we need to create the forms. Now before I even create the form, I'm going to create a page, okay, where the forms will be able to live in. So I'm going to go to pages over here, and then I'll go to all pages, and then I'll click on add new page. Okay, so I'm going to click on add new page, and then if you are using Elementor hosting, this is what it does. Okay, so it's going to just use Elementor straight away to be able to create your page for you. So I'm going to just give my page name as login sign up. Okay, so I'm going to give it as login sign up page, and then I'll click on save over here. Now you will see that Elementor will start using Elementor to build my page for me. It doesn't really care about if I want to use the Gutenberg blog or not. So far as I'm using Elementor hosting, it is straight away Elementor. And that is one thing I like about Elementor hosting. So it doesn't let you beat about the bush. No, it goes away to use Elementor to create your page for you. So now we have our page created over here. We are good to go. So now that we've we have our page created, I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to just copy this link and then go back to my dashboard over here, and then I'm going to go ahead and create the forms. Okay, so I'm going to create the two forms that I will need. So I'm going to go ahead, scroll down to Forminator over here, and then go to forms over here. Now guys, as you can see, this is the form that we want to this is the place that we want to create our form. Now we don't have any form over here, so I'm going to click on create. And then as you can see, Forminator already have some templates that you can choose from, and these two templates is what we are going to use. So we have the login, and then we have the registration. So first I'm going to choose the login, and I click on continue. The name is user login. I'm going to click on create, and then my user login form is created for me. So if I like it, I can preview it over here. If I feel I'm okay with it, I can go ahead and then update or publish it, and then I'm good to go. But I want to do some small changes in it, in the appearance. So I'm going to go to appearance over here, and I want to use material. Okay, so I want to use something like this. Okay, and then if I scroll down, I want to also go to the colors over here, and then I want it to match with my my website colors. Okay, so as you can see, black, and then if I hover on any button, this is what it does. Okay, so I'm just going to use this kind of a button color to be able to for my button over my form button over here. So I'm going to go to form button over here. So under colors, make sure you choose custom, okay, and then scroll down to colors over here, and then I'm going to just use the yellow, kind of like a color. This color is okay for me. And then when I hover on it, it's also that kind of like a pink color, okay. So this one is also okay for me. And then the focus also, I can decide to also choose the pink color, okay. And then make sure that your text is all black, okay. So my text will be black. I'll come to the hover also, the text will be black, and I'll come to the default color, the text will also be black. So the text color will also be black. So I think this is quite okay. And if I preview it right now, let's see the changes. As you can see, this is how it's going to what it's going to be like, okay. It matches well with my website. Now if you want to change any other details, you can go ahead and then click on it, and then just change the details that you want to change. But I think everything is good for me. I'm good to go, okay. I'm okay with it. Now if I come to user login over here, make sure that your username matches the username selected over here, and the password also matches with the password. You map the fields, okay. That is what it really matters. Well, automatically it will do everything for you, okay. So that is it. Now the behavior, how is it supposed to behave? So after logging in, where will you be redirected to? Now I want it to go to a page called the course page, okay. So I'm going to just remove this one over here. I don't want it to go to my admin page. I want it to go to the course page, okay. And that is it. So that is exactly what I want. I'll just click on apply over here, and then I think I'm good to go. Yeah, so everything is all right. I'm good to go. So PDF is a pro version. Email notifications, if you want to assign some notifications to it, you can go ahead and then assign the notifications. And then integrations, if you want to integrate anything, maybe you want to integrate MailChimp or other integrations, you go to the integration page and then you do that. And then settings also, if you want to do any other settings with it, you can go ahead and then do the settings. Now one thing I want us to do is the appearance over here. Now if you preview it right now, this is how it makes like, but I want my button to be rounded, corner rounded, okay. So I have set up this CSS that I want to use, okay. So CSS for the form that I want to use, so the border radius and then the padding also, I set it up. So I'll scroll down over here, and when you scroll down, you see something they call the custom CSS over here. Make sure that you enable it, and then you add this code to it, okay. So the border radius, I want it to be 50. The padding top, padding is it left here, or padding bottom, and then what the the padding right, okay. So you can change it anyhow you want it, but this is how I want it. So if everything is all right, I'm just going to click on publish over here. All right, so this is my form ID. I can just copy it, and then I'm going to just save it over here, okay. I'm just going to put it over here, and then just write login over here, because we're going to use it later on in the video. Now I'm going to go ahead and create another form also. So I'm going to go to forms over here, and then just create another form. So click on create over here, and this time around we're going to create the registration form, okay. So I'm going to click on this one, and then I'm going to create the registration form. So I'll click on this one over here, and I click on continue. Now name for it, enter any name that you want to enter, just like we do for the login. I'm going to just leave it as it is, and then I'll click on create. So automatically it has created the form for me. If I preview it, this is how it's going to look like. So the username, the email address, and then the password, okay, and then the person will register. Now what I want to do is to also make some changes in it. So I'm going to go to appearance over here, and then I'm going to use the material also. And then with the button also, I want to change the color of the button, okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and then where I see colors, this one I click on custom over here, and then we scroll down, then we click on submit button over here, and then we change the colors for it. So I'm just going to use this color, okay. Now I should have copied the previous color down so that it will definitely match, okay. but I'm just going to use what I'm using now, just for the video purpose. And then now the hover also, I'm going to use the pinkish color over here, and then the text color I would say black, and then the focus I'll still use the pink. So I'm just going to choose the pink, and then the text color I'll say black. Okay, so basically that is it. Now if you preview it, let's see how it's going to be like. So this is how it's going to be like. If I hover on it, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, very good. Now we want to make our button, you know, customize, use custom CSS to make it border rounded and give it some padding and other stuff. So we're going to enable this custom CSS over here. So we're going to enable this one, and then we are going to just we're going to copy this this one over here, the custom CSS over here. Just copy this one and then just, you know, paste it over here. Okay, so we're going to paste it over here, and then we can go ahead and then either publish it or preview it. Now we are done with the custom CSS. Let's go to the registration, user registration, and then make sure that the mapping is done correctly. Okay, so always make sure that everything is done correctly. So if there is a first name, last name in it, you also map it well over here. Now I think it's okay. The behavior also. So what do you want it to do? So account registration successful. Click here to log in. So this is how it's going to be like. So click here to log in. You can decide to give it your login page. Okay, so just your login page for it. So I'm just going to edit this one and then put in the login page that we created. So I'm going to just come over here, copy this particular one over here, come here and then paste it, and then put in the login page that we created. So we created what? Login sign up, right? Login sign up. Okay, that is the name for the page that we created. So I'm going to just click it, you know, hit enter, or just click the arrow key over there, and then that is it. Now after that, I'm just going to apply over here. All right, so now that we are done with it, we can go to email notifications. If you want admin to also get email, you set it up. Email confirmation, you also do that. And then we also have what? Applications over here, and then the settings. And if everything is done, we're going to click on publish over here, and then we can copy our form over here and then put it somewhere here, and then we just say sign up, okay, or register. So that is our registration form also done. Now let's go back to our page that we created. Okay, so this is the page that we were creating. Okay, so now we want to make the page in such a way that it reflects just like you know, the one that we were having. Okay, so the one that we were having, what is the page? Let me just go back and see. Yeah, this page. Okay, we want it to reflect as this particular page over here. Okay, so that's exactly what we want. So let's look at how it looks like. So as you can see, this is the page that we want to create. Okay, so we want to use Elementor to create it. So first of all, let's go back over here, and then we want to click on this plus button over here, and then you can either choose a flexbox or grid, or you can either just select or drag this container to this place. Okay, and that is it. So just choose the one that you want. So just choose the one that you want. Okay, so I'm going to choose flexbox over here, and I'm going to choose this first one. So I'm going to choose this first container over here. So as you can see, this is the first container that I'm going to choose. Now I'm going to just make the minimum height VH. Okay, so I'm going to go and make it like 100 VH, so that it's going to be like a full screen. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now I'm going to go to its style over here. So I'm going to click on style over here and then change the background. Okay, so with the background, I just want to use some you know, this particular color over here. So subtle background color is what I'm going to use. Let me see what I used over here. Yeah, so it's a dark color rather. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and then choose a darker color, so something like this particular one would do. Okay, so let me just check it. All right, so this particular one would do. It's okay for me. And then inside this container, I want to bring another container over here. Okay, so inside this container, what I want to do is I want to bring another container in it. So the container that I want to bring in it, I want to position it this way, and then I'm going to put it, I'm going to just make this container like like 900. Okay, yeah, 900, and I'm going to put it in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to center it in the middle. Oh, sorry, I'm going to center the main container, this particular one, this main one. Okay, yeah, the first one. I'm going to just make sure that everything that falls in it is what justified center, just like this one. Okay, so you can do so for it. Now inside this container is where I want to bring my tabs. Okay, so I'll search for tabs over here, and then I'll drag in the tabs in it. Now because we activated nested element, or nested element, this is how it's going to be like. Now it means that we can bring a tab over here and then add different containers inside the same tab. Okay, so I'm going to just close this particular ones over here, and then inside this one I'm going to name it, let me just name it sign in. Okay, so I'm going to name it sign in, and then I'm going to, inside this one, I'm also going to add a container in it. So I'm going to add a container, and then inside this container I also add a different container also in it. So I'm just going to drag in another container over here. Okay, so that there's two containers. It's going to be like a container inside a container, and then over here I'm going to just come over here, okay, on this container. Okay, so make sure that you know where you are on this container. Okay, what I want to do is I want to change its direction to this particular one, and then I'll click over here, and then I'll duplicate the container. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this container. Okay, so as you can see, it's going to be two. Okay, so two things inside it. So this container contains two different containers. Okay, so if you are confused about it, you can just label it or name it. Okay, so name it the way you want it. So this container will contains two different containers. Okay, and that is what, and that is it. So over here, if you look at how this one looks like, you see that this is the two different containers that we are having. Okay, one says what sign in, and then with the form, and the other one have what some details over here that you can read. Okay, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to come over here again, and then this main container, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go to a style, and then I'm going to give it a border background, or a border line. Okay, so just going to give it a border type of solid, and then I'm going to give it 1, and then I will come over here and then make it primary black. Okay, so that is what basically it. And then this particular container over here, what I'll do is I'll just go to it style over here, and then what I can do is, okay, so first of all, let me go to the main container over here, and then what I would do is I'm going to just make it minimum height of, let's say, 500 pixels. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Okay, so something like this over here, and then with this main container over here, this main, that is the first container, I'm going to go to it advanced. Okay, remove any padding over here, and then give it a top padding of 80, and then a bottom padding of 80. Okay, so that it's going to be something like this. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now with this container, I can make it the background to be what I want to make it. Okay, so let me just choose any image for it. So I'm going to make it the background type. Let me see the image that I want to choose for this particular container. So let me just choose this image for it. So I'm going to choose this image over here. So as you can see, this is the image that I want. Now I'm going to make it the custom. Okay, I'm going to make it custom, and then the display, I'm going to make it cover. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Okay, so I also want to make it the background overlay. I want to have a background overlay for it, so I'll go to classic over here, and then change it to the primary color, which is black, and then increase the opacity to 9. Okay, so that is it. Now I can come over here and I'm just going to copy this particular text over here. Okay, so just going to copy this text, copy it, come to this place, click on this link over here, then drag in a heading text over here, and then just paste in this one over here. Go to style, change the color to white. Okay, so depends on what you want, so just change it to white, and then change the text also to, let's say, 35 or maybe 45. Okay, so something like this. I'm going to close this one. Now of course, if you are using Elementor, if you are not using Elementor hosting, certain things over here will be different. Okay, so make sure that you bear with me. Now most of the times your Elementor things will be on the floor, on the below over here. It's gonna be below over here, it's not gonna be up over here. Okay, so if you're using just the Elementor free version, everything is gonna be below over here. And then also this one is the is a structure. Okay, so this particular one, okay, now if you are using the normal Elementor free, it's going to be down over here. Okay, and then this one is going to be you adding your element to it. Okay, all of them are going to be down over here. So if you see certain things different, make sure that you know that what I'm using is Elementor hosting and Elementor Pro. That is why. But what we are doing can be done in Elementor free version. I'm just showing you the difference in it. So now that we have this one, now let's click on this container over here, and then let's go to its layout. Okay, so we're going to go to its layout, and then let's position the layout to be center and then center. Okay, so we're going to center everything over here. Now we will also click on this particular one, or we're going to click here. Okay, let's click on here to add an element. So we're going to drag a text element over here. So I don't know why it's behaving that way, but I'm just dragging a text element inside this one, and it is behaving like I'm trying to do certain things which I'm not supposed to do. All right, so this came on top. I want it to be below, so I'm going to just use the structure to drag this one on top of this particular one. So I'm going to drag this one on top here. All right, so as you can see, this is how it's going to be like. So I'm going to close this one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm coming over here to copy this one. Okay, so I'll copy this one, come back over here, and then paste it over here. Now you can't see it because of the color, so I'm going to come over here and then change the color to this kind of a color. Okay, so it says what, please enter your details, login details, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I want this one to be positioned well, so I want to give some kind of like how do you call it, a pattern all around it. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, click on this particular one, and then first of all, I'm going to use this one to create a gap. Okay, so I'm going to just create a gap over here like a 20, so that this one will be a little bit on top, and then I'll come to advanced over here, and then create an all around pattern of also 20. All right, so it's kind of like, okay, let me see, let me just make it like a 50 and see. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so but I want to make it like 20. Okay, so 20 will be all right, and then I'm going to make sure that this one is in the middle, so I'm going to position it in the middle over here. Okay, so I think it's quite okay. Everything is what's fine with me. If I yeah, so this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so quite okay. You can also give this one a pattern. Okay, so you can give it a pattern, let's say left and right pattern of 50, and then maybe 50. Okay, so that it's going to be something like this. All right, so basically something like this. Now this one is way up, so I can just bring it down by just clicking over here, then removing the removing this one that I did. Okay, so that it's gonna have it's gonna come down. Okay, and then you can still remove the space over here by clicking on this one and then going to its advanced and then removing the padding which is below, or the margin which is below. Okay, but I think this one is quite okay for me, and I'm good to go. So my next step is for me to design this particular site. Now guys, this is how it looks like. Okay, but if you go over here, let's look at how this one also looks like. It means that there is something over here, and then this one is inside this particular one. Okay, so now let's look at how this one also looks like. Let's look at the main container that we used. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and then close all the tabs. Okay, close all the tabs, and then we have this container over here. So this is the main container that we use. Okay, this is the main container, that the one that is having what 900. Okay, so I'm gonna make it like an 800. Okay, so that it will shrink this one a little bit. Now I'm gonna go to it style over here, and then I'll give it a background color. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a background color of a little bit of white. Okay, so lighter color. So let's see how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Okay, so there is no padding up and down, so we can give it with a padding up and down. So before we give it a padding up and down, we can go ahead and then reduce this a little bit. So instead of 800, let's give it like a 500 or so, 700 or so. So let's see how this one also looks like. Oh, okay, so I'm still going to give it the 900. Okay, so that, or the 800 or so. Yeah, and then I'll go to it advanced over here, and then I'll just remove all paddings over here, and then give it a top padding of, let's say, 80, and a bottom padding of 80. Now if I think it's too much, I will just reduce it, but I think it's okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to its style. I'm going to go to its style, and then I'll go to its border over here, and then I'll give it a border radius of 50. Okay, let me see if 50 is quite okay. All right, so this is how it looks like. This is how it's gonna be like. Okay, so if you think it's okay, you're good to go. Now if we want to reduce the size of this one, then we can come over here to this main container over here, and then come to its layout, and then of course we can shrink this one also a little bit. Okay, so let's take it like maybe 900 or so. So let's say 900. So this is how it's gonna be like. Okay, so if you make it 900, this is how it's gonna be like. Now if you make it 1,000, this is how it's gonna be. What it's also gonna be like. So let's make it like 1,000 and then see. Okay, so 1,000 is quite okay for our website that our page that we are creating. So that is it. Now let's come back to the main container over here, and then we want to add a shadow. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, go to the border again, and then click over here to add a shadow over here. So it's going to be something like this. So as you can see, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so very nice one over here, and then yeah, I think it's quite okay. Everything is moving as planned, the way I want it. So now I want to bring my form in it. Okay, so I'm going to click over here. I'm going to click over here and then bring in my form. So I will, all right, so I'll click over here and then bring in my form. So I'll scroll, or I'll search for shortcode. Okay, so I'm going to search for shortcode and then drag the shortcode over here. So now that I have a shortcode over here, now I can go ahead and then copy my login form. Now remember that this is the login that we are creating, and then paste it over here. So this is the login form. Now I will click on this container. Okay, this particular container, go to the justify and then center it. Then I'll also center it over here. Okay, so I'll align the items in the center, I'll justify it over, I'll center it over. So you see that it says what, I'm already logged in. Okay, so you won't see anything over here. So now we have our login page, our sign in page, what, done. Okay, so now the next one is to do the other one, okay, which is the sign up. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Now we need to bring this particular one also. So what we have to do is just come over here and then, you know, drag in. I'm going to click on this add element icon over here and then drag in a heading icon or heading widget on top of this one. Okay, so I'm going to just paste it over here, say sign in. Okay, so as you can see, it matches it perfectly. Now of course you can reduce the size to any size that you want, so let's say 55. Okay, which is quite okay. So now we are good to go. All right, so we are done with this one. Now our next one is to over here click on the tabs over here. Okay, and then what you have to do is just duplicate this one. So we're going to duplicate this one, and as you can see, we have two different things over here. Okay, it's saying sign in, the same thing. Now the content over here will be the same content over here. So we want to what, we want to change it, we want to interchange it. Okay, so we're going to go over here and then instead of sign in, we want to say sign up. We want to say sign up. So as you can see, that is it. The same thing over here, instead of sign in, we want to say sign up. Okay, but this time around we want to bring this one to this place. Okay, so how do we do it? We can just either copy the things over here and then, you know, just interchange it, or just go to this container over here and then just, you know, reverse the rules. Okay, so if you reverse it, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so it is easy for you to do it. So we're just going to reverse the rules over here and then we are good to go. So instead of this one saying welcome back, it says what, it says, let's go to the sign up. It says hello friend. Okay, so we're going to copy this one which is hello friend, go back over here and then paste it over here. And then what does the next one says? The next one says what, enter your personal details and start your journey with us. So we're going to go over here and then click on this one and then says enter your personal details and start your journey with us. So basically we are almost done with this one also. And then change this one to, instead of sign in, we're going to say sign up. Okay, and then the form, we will have to replace it with our sign up form. So this is the form that we created, we're going to replace it over here. All right, so now we have the two things done for us already. So sign up and then sign it, but there are some certain things that we also need to, let me just close this one and then this is how it's going to look like. Okay, so as you can see, everything is what, quite okay, but there are some certain things that we need to make sure that it is done rightly. For instance, the image over here is different from the image over here also, so we can go ahead and then change it. So I'm going to just click on this this edit container over here, go to a style, and then I will change the image over here to a different image that I want to use. I'm going to change it to this image. I'm going to change it to this image, and as you can see, everything works perfectly well. So if I'm okay with it, I can just decide to go and publish, but I want to change the button over here. So I'm going to click on this tab over here, go to a style, and then I'll just change, you know, the button. So with the button border, I want to make it like 50, so it's going to be like an all-round thing. Okay, and then I'm going to give it, you know, a border type of solid border type. Okay, so it's going to be 1, and then when you hover on it, I want it to have this yellow thing, and then when it is also active, I want it to also have maybe yellow, or maybe not yellow, I just want it to be black. Okay, so when it's active, it's supposed to be the primary color, which is black. All right, so and then the border type also, you can change it. Okay, so the active border type, you can also change it and make it 1. The hover border type also, you can also change it to solid and then make it 1, and then also make it the color that you want. So it's going to be something like this. Okay, all right. So if I click over here and I click over here, it changes. If I click over here, it changes. Okay, so everything is working perfectly well, and I think we are okay. Everything is fine. So all what we need to do is to publish it. Okay, so if you are publishing, of course, if your publish is here, you can just click on publish, but mine is here, so I'm going to click on publish over here. Now we can go ahead and then have a look at it. So I'm going to just go ahead and have a look, or I can just click over here to preview, but I want to see it in a different a different, how do you call it, like a different, is it a different browser? Okay, so a different browser where I'm not logged into the website. Okay, and then I'll see how it looks like. So the page is login sign up. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here. Let me go back over here, go to the pages, and then I'm gonna see if I'll see the page. Okay, see, yeah, so the page is what, login sign up. Okay, so one thing about this Elementor hosting is, I don't know, you can just preview the page, but you don't really have, you can't see the page itself. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead, copy the link over here, and then go back to this page over here, and then click to add a new. Now if I refresh this one will go away because it is no more, that particular form is no more there. Okay, so as you can see, it is no more there, but we have a new one that we are previewing. So I'm going to just preview this one. All right guys, so this is how the page looks like. They said I'm already logged in. Oh, okay, so I've already logged into the website, so I need to log out before, okay, so that you see it clearly. Okay, so I'm going to log out and then you guys will see it clearly. All right guys, so after logging out, this is how it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, the page really looks beautiful. Okay, so you can be able to create this one using Elementor free, and then how do you call it, Forminator. Okay, so as you can see, we have the login sign up page done already. Now people can be able to sign in to your website without any hustle. Okay, so guys, this is how you can be able to create a login sign up page. Okay, now if I want to remove this one when I'm signed in, I can be able to do it because of the theme that I'm using. So if I go back over here and then let's say I want to customize this page. Okay, so since I'm signing, I'm not supposed to see this particular button over here which says login or sign up. I'm not supposed to see. So since I'm logged in, I don't have to see it. So I have to see, I have to make it vanish. Okay, and the theme that I'm using does exactly that. That is Ocean. I said Ocean. That is the Cadence theme. Okay, the Cadence theme is very, very powerful. Free theme you can be able to use. Okay, it's have a pro version. I'll leave the link over there. If you are interested in it, you can go ahead and then purchase that theme also. All right, so to be able to remove this one, I'm going to go to customize over here, and then I will be able to remove the button from the header. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the button. Now I will remove it in such a way that when somebody logs in, the person will not be able to see that button, but when you are not logged in, you'll be able to see it. So if I go to header over here, I'm going to see the header builder, and then on top of the header builder there is this button. So this is the button, and then I want to give it the new login sign up link, and then I'm going to go to button visibility over here. Now I want it to show to only logged out users. Okay, so I'm just going to click over here, and as you can see, it is gone. Okay, so I'm going to publish it, and then I'm going to close this one. All right, so our button is gone because we are logged in. Now let's go to where we are not logged in, and then refresh it, refresh the website. You're going to see that the button is still visible. Okay, so let's say we are at about over here. All right, so this is our about page. Okay, so let's say we are over here and then we want to log in. So we click on login. It will give us this page over here for us to log in. So we're gonna what, just log into our account because we already have an account over there. But if you don't, you just go to what, sign up over here to sign up. So we have an account already, so we're going to what, log in into our website, and then we're going to click on login over here, and let's see where it's going to take us to when we log in. All right guys, so we are logged into our website, and as you can see over here, our button is gone, and then we are on the website on the course page where we said after logging in we wanted to redirect us to this particular page. So guys, as you can see over here, everything is what, perfectly done for us, and this is how you can be able to add a login and registration page to your website. Okay, so thank you for watching, and then I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to like, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, subscribe to our channel. Let's grow together. Thank you for watching. My name is Kobe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.